Hi guys, happy holidays. It's not really the holidays, but it's close. And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how you and I both can stay healthy during the holidays. What if you could do some things that would allow you to thrive this season? Here are some ideas for how you can stay healthy this season. Number one, we're going to lay a foundation with 2 M's: foundational meal, foundational movement. So I challenge you to have one meal every single day that is your foundation. For me, the easiest foundational meal is breakfast. So I love a morning foundational meal because number one, it is a reset. First thing in the morning, I'm reminding myself who I am, who I want to be, where I'm going, and I am taking in nutrients that are helping me with whatever decisions I made the night before. I love a foundational meal for you, for me, for us. That's the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Have a smoothie. If you need a smoothie recipe, go over to the website, msrachelhollis.com. Foundational meal, foundational movement. You're going to have a movement that you do every day just as a reset, just as a reminder of who you are. A foundational movement you can do every day. It doesn't have to be an intense workout, but what is something right now you could commit to? It could be as simple as I'm going to do 10 crunches a day. I'm going to do 10 push-ups a day. I'm going to do 10 star jumps every single day. I'm going to do 50 jumping jacks. Like, it's just this reset to remind yourself that you care about your health and you are being intentional about your health in this season. 2 M's, foundational meal, foundational movement. Add it to your life. The second thing that you can do to be healthy this season is acknowledge that this is a stressful season. I hope that you are living your best life ever. Your family is amazing. No one there is crazy. You have all the boundaries in place. I hope that that is real for you. But I don't know anyone who doesn't have a little crazy up in their family tree. But if you have an attitude of like, I just got to get through it. I've just got to overcome. I can do it. I can do it. I can push through. That is only going to breed more stress in your life. Your nervous system knows that you are not acknowledging what is going on. You're not acknowledging verbally or consciously that you have stress. You're trying to shove it down nice and deep where it doesn't hurt anyone. And you and I both know that will not serve any purpose. Pushing stress down, it's like a jack in the box. But life and traffic and gift shopping and travel, it's like you're turning the little dial on the side of the jack in the box. That stress is going to show up when you least want it to. You're going to snap over something so stupid because you wouldn't just allow the stress to move through you. If you don't just verbally say to a friend, say to your therapist, say to your partner, oh my gosh, we're going into crazy family season. But if you don't prepare for the stress you're walking into, you're either going to absorb all of that stress or you're going to have to take action to numb the stress that you're feeling. Or you're just going to show up as the worst version of yourself. Acknowledge the stress and have a plan for how you're going to deal with it. My third piece of advice for how to stay healthy during the holidays is you have to indulge. I think it would be very unhealthy to go through the holidays and not enjoy myself with food and not enjoy myself with alcohol and not enjoy myself at the holiday parties. These are really essential things to me. So I actually think that one of the keys to staying healthy is that you should indulge, but you do it with intention. Intention for me is I'm going to have a great time, but I only am going to have a great time and indulge in the things I really want to indulge in. I used to get this so wrong. When I first started on my health journey, I really was all or nothing. Like, I thought you have to be perfect and eat only kale and chicken breast and salmon every meal forever, or you should just do whatever you want to do. Because in my mind, if I had one indulgent thing, if I had one piece of candy, if I had one cookie, I had just blown everything. So I may as well blow it all. It's like you get out of your car, you're like, oh, I have a flat tire, and you take out a knife and you pop the other 3. That's what we do during the holidays when we enjoy one great thing and you're like, well, I already had this, so I may as well have everything. I actually think if you set your intention to enjoy, but only enjoy the things you really want, you will make such better choices. But the other piece is I know exactly what is going into every single thing that I eat. you're likely going into situations where you're at a party with food you didn't cook, or maybe it's from a caterer, or maybe it's at a restaurant. Like, you're being exposed to a lot of things that you don't normally eat. Inflammation in your body equals water weight in your body, equals bloating in your body because of food choices. You get to the other side and you're like, oh, I'm so fat, I gained 15 pounds. I am willing to bet that the bulk of that is inflammation. I would challenge you that if you're going to indulge, number one, be intentional about it. Number two, choose to indulge in things that you know what is in that food. Number three, don't have processed food. This is the season where you are going to be presented with some of the best home cooking the world has to offer. You are so much better off eating foods that someone made that are not packaged. Have a few bites, really savor it. If you go slower with your nutrition, with your food, with what you take in, you are less likely to overeat. The last thing that I'm going to say about indulgence, this is the season of carbs. Live your life, but live your life with some protein and some fiber. So one of the things that you might unintentionally do this season is live off the carbs. Have the pastry, but also have some protein and some fiber to go along with it. Number 4, this is a piece of advice that if I heard 15 years ago, I would roll my eyes so hard they would get stuck in my head. If you are going to a party, if you're going to a holiday meal and you are bringing a dish, be the one who brings the healthy dish. Be the one who brings the dish that you can actually eat. Whether you're bringing the vegetables or maybe you're bringing the protein, maybe you're going into an environment where it's mostly carbs, bring the protein, be the one. Be the one who brings the healthy dish. I promise you there are other people at the holiday party or at the family dinner who will so appreciate that you brought that thing so they can have it too. Number 5, stay active. Stay active during the season. In fact, don't just stay active, maybe you even need to up it a notch. And I'm not talking about your daily foundational movement. I am talking about how can you make sure that you are getting your heart rate up for 30 minutes every single day. You need this all year long, but in these 3 months, when you are feeling stress, when you are surrounded by opportunity to indulge, you also need to make sure that you are moving your body. It's super old school and it doesn't make it any less true. Your body is the product of how many calories you are taking in versus how many calories you are burning. It's really simple. If you're gonna indulge more this season and you don't want it to affect how your clothes fit, move your body a bit more. Hey families, especially big ones, Toyota is proud to introduce the first ever Toyota Grand Highlander. The Grand Highlander has all the space you need to handle any family situation, which around Thanksgiving and the holidays is essential. Because if you're all gonna load up and go to grandma's house, you wanna make sure you have room to make the adventure grand. And if your big family loves to listen to holiday music as much as ours does, then check out the impressive JBL speakers and 7 USB ports. So everyone's connected in the SUV that has all your family needs. And it's not just about room for your family. It's also room for all of your luggage. 97.5 cubic feet of cargo space, you guys. Come on, we're moving. We're moving the whole crew and we're doing it in grand style. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Last piece of advice, which sounds kind of silly, but really is important, and I wanted to say it because it's one of those things I did not understand earlier in my life, and maybe there's a chance that some of you don't understand this too. During the season especially, be mindful of hidden calories. The reality is you can work out from now until forever, but your body shape almost exclusively based on what your nutrition is. That's why so many of the things I'm talking about today are nutritional based, because you are going to be looking at all sorts of treats. So you need to be mindful of what those things are and what they can do to you. If you're going to indulge, but indulge knowing what you're doing. A pumpkin spice latte is delicious. Do you know how many calories are in that? I think during this season, you're gonna find most of your hidden calories in beverages, in liquid that you are consuming. You're having a fun coffee here, you're having a little cocktail there, you're having some wine. It all adds up. because there's nothing more discouraging than thinking that you're making really smart decisions for your health and then not seeing any results, or worse, seeing the opposite of what you want to happen. Just be mindful. You don't have to keep a food diary that can be super triggering, but like be mindful as you go through the day of, you know what, I'm really excited to go to dinner with the girls tonight. So I'm just going to be more conscious about what I eat during the day so that I can really indulge in that and still feel really good. It's about balance in this. And think of every single day, not a week, not a month. Think of every single day and try and be balanced in what you consume and how you are moving. If you're gonna have a little fun at dinner, be really conscious during lunch and breakfast. I don't think that it's possible to shame yourself to wellness, because if it was, it would have worked for a lot of us a lot sooner. I think that this season is meant to be fun. It's meant to be filled with beautiful memories. You're meant to have fun with your family. You're meant to come out the other side of it filled up, not depleted. And that means that you go through this season conscious of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. You hold your boundaries in place. You take care of yourself. You acknowledge that parts of this are stressful. You have fun when you want to have fun, but you commit to 90% of the time, I'm going to take really good care of myself. 10% of the time, I'm going to go ham. I'm going to have some fun. And those choices have really helped me so that today I will get to the other side of this holiday and I'll still feel great. And I won't have made decisions that derail me and keep me from my momentum in the new year. I hope that you heard something in today's conversation that was really helpful. And my absolute wish is that if you did hear something helpful, you will share this episode with a friend. I will be back soon with more conversation and even bigger sweaters. And until then, as always, remember, I love you and I'm rooting for you.